What's up, guys? It's gonna be an impromptu video. I got it this morning. I got some little errands going on right now, you know, doing some laundry. But I just finished breakfast and I thought I'd just go over real quick how I make these little fat bombs. And the fat bomb is like a keto delicious snacky treat that you can have. Sometimes it replaces parts of a meal if you don't have time. If you don't have an avocado, you just grab a couple of these fat bombs and you're good to go. But even if you're not on keto, these things are good. You probably don't want to eat them because of what's in them, but they are delicious. And so without further ado, let me go ahead and get started and show you how we do these. And I'll put a link in the description of where I got the recipe for this from, I think it's myketocoach.com. So, and I'll link that here at the description. All right, stand by. All right, so the ingredients that you're gonna need for this, 5 tablespoons, it calls for organic grass-fed butter, and I have 5 tablespoons right there in that measuring cup. The next ingredient is 4 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, which we have right here. Baker's cocoa or whatever it is you want to call that. 8 tablespoons of virgin unrefined coconut oil. 1 to 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, which I have some cinnamon right here. 4 tablespoons of natural peanut butter, and this is that stuff that the oil separates in. It's delicious, but you know, it's a mess sometimes. And 1 to 2 packets of stevia. Now, instead of using packets of stevia, I have this brand right here. It's bulk supplement. This is 100% pure stevia extract, as you can see here. And I will show you the spoon I use. That's the equivalent of 1 packet. So this is the spoon I use, which is the equivalent of 1 packet. This actually says a smidgen on the, if I can get the focus, smidgen. See that? And you can see it's even smaller than my pinky nail. This is a really tiny amount. That stevia powder is going to last me a long time. So let me go ahead and do a quick time lapse, I guess, of me putting this stuff together. Now you're supposed to microwave it until it's melted. They say about 50 seconds, but we'll see how long it actually takes. And we're done. Now the next step is to add the stevia powder and the cinnamon. Remember, there's my little smidgen. Look at that, 1, 2. That's 2 packs of stevia, believe it or not. If you use too much of it, you'll know. I can't remember what it calls for cinnamon. I'll just sprinkle it, I'll eyeball it. And I'll whisk that up a little bit, get everything mixed up and melted in there. Now you add 4 tablespoons of the cocoa powder. Because it's real dry, I guess you gotta take your time with this stuff. 1. That's it, and then you pour it into a mold, which we'll do here in just a second. The mold I use, I actually bought this when I was making my own ghee. It's just a butter mold, or like butter sticks, and that's all I have. And that's what I'm pouring it into. And the trick that you pour it into this silicone mold, because it's, when you freeze it to solidify it, you need to be able to push it out. The tricky part for me is this makes 20 servings, and I'd like to figure out an even way to do it in here. And I know I can fill up 4 and 2 half of ones or something like that. I don't remember exactly how I did it. So as you can see, I've only got 9. So if I fill up 5 of them, you know, evenly, I think that'll be good for me. The hard part for me is getting this in the freezer because it'll spill. So let me see if I can do this. Again, my goal is to get 5 of them evenly filled. This stuff is messy. Well, you saw what I put in. It's all oil. So we'll call that half full on 1. Call that half full on 2. About that. A little more. That's about 3. And one in the middle got a little bit too much. Call that 4. That's a little too much. I just raise the levels on these other ones a little bit. So okay, so there we go. There's 5 of them. That'll be easier to divide into 20 pieces or 20 servings. And these are really good. I like them. It's a nice break when you're on this diet because it's something that's has a sweet flavor to it because of the stevia and the peanut butter, and you're still getting the required amount of fats, and you're getting some protein from the peanut butter. All in all, I think this is It's a delicious treat to have on the keto diet, and it is fantastic. So there you have it. Once I put these in the freezer, they'll solidify, and normally I'll take them out and I'll put them in. I'll cut them into individual pieces and I'll wrap them up in some wax paper and put them in a dish in the freezer and just grab them as I need them. So that's it. That's my Keto Fat Bombs. Hope you guys enjoy it. Try it if you want to try this diet. I recommend making some of these because they're a good filler. All right, guys, have a good Sunday. Later.